Welcome to Crystal Spread. Today I'm recording from Mongolia, Irtnit City, from my friend's kitchen. I'm here in Mongolia. I want to show, without any measuring cups and spoons and scales, how to make sourdough starter. So today I'm going to leave to the countryside and I'm going to continue to feed my starter. And after 7 days, we're going to see what kind of a sourdough starter we come up. So here today I have a jar and I have water and flour. So all it's like hand feelings. So we're gonna decide the texture just using our feelings, and we're gonna add a little bit of water. There's no specific measurement here, and just a little bit of water and a little bit of flour, and we're gonna mix it. I'm gonna mix it really well. This looks like a right texture. It's a little bit thick, but that's good. If it's too thick, then you can add a little bit of flour. If it's too thin, you can add flour. As long as the flour and water incorporates together, so that's good. So we're gonna wait 24 hours and we're gonna see what's gonna be like after 7 days. Here today is day number 2. After 24 hours, I am in Bolgongamik, Hangalsom. My friend's Jaga's family and Lady Ottona's kitchen. So after 24 hours, we don't see a whole lot of activity going on. So we're gonna add a little bit of water. And then my friend Atkhana has a whole wheat flour, so I'm gonna add that. So it's gonna look like this. It's a little thick. After 24 hours, we're gonna mix again. See you later. Today it's day number 3. I'm in Boltongamik and Arkhonsum, a family of Otak, outside their home. So 48 hours later, we're gonna observe how is our starter doing. So after 48 hours, our starter looks like there's flour on the bottom and liquid on the top, separated. And then if I smell, there's a slight change in the smell. And you can notice there's little tiny bubbles. So you can tell there's some activity happening and fermentation is about to start. So we're going to add water and flour. And we're going to mix it really well. So make sure mix it really well. And the textures look like this. Since we are moving a lot, I'm keeping the top on. You may already have noticed that. So we're going to see how it's going to be tomorrow. Today is day number 4, and we are recording outside a family named Midget. They live outside of Lake Urum. It's in Arkhonsum and Boltongamik. If we observe our starter, you notice the flowers on the bottom and liquid on the top is separated. So we're gonna continue to mix it really well. And then we're gonna add water. And then we're gonna add flour. And I mix our starter very, very well. And starting tomorrow, I'm gonna discard half of the starter and continue with the remainder, adding water and flour. And this is how the texture look like. and we're gonna let it sit, and we'll see you tomorrow. Today is day number 5. Let's observe how is our starter doing. So the starter being in a nice stable place for last night. If we open it, there is little bubbles. You can notice that the fermentation is happening. If you smell it, you notice that there's very nice, gentle, like a yogurt type of smell. We're gonna mix it together, and then we're gonna discard the half. On a remainder, we're gonna add the water and the flour, and we're gonna mix it really well and let it rise. And we're gonna see how it's gonna be after another 24 hours. Today is day number 6. Let's observe our starter. You notice that there's so much bubbles. So fermentation is happening. If you put it on a kind of tilted on the side, you notice that the little bubbles are breaking, and it's pulling apart from the wall. If you smell it, there is a little bit of slight sour smell. So if if you put a nice stable and cool place, that starter really likes to grow on it. So we're gonna mix it well, and then we're gonna discard the half, and we're gonna add flour and water on the remaining starter. And we're gonna add flour. And mix it really well. And the texture gonna be somewhat like this, a little thicker. Here's the 6th day, so we'll see how it's gonna be next day. Today, this beautiful day, and Lake Urum and Bolgangamek, I just want to share this beauty all around me with you, all the people who loves bread and likes to make bread. And I also wanted to share how easy it is to make a starter just with the water and flour. As long as you have them, it's so easy. As I'm traveling, I'm trying to work on my starter, and same time I just want to show you around and share this beauty with you. And then there's mountains, and there's lake not too far from us, and all the summer homes, yurt, and animals is just so beautiful out here, and I just want to share this with you. I'm back in Irtnet, and I'm recording today from Munkachet family's wife, Bachar's kitchen. So I'm going to observe the starter. It's a 7th day, and we've been working on past 6 days. And if you observe, you can see the little tiny bubbles and then fermentation happening. And if you smell it, there's nice sour smell to it. And you can also notice outside there's teeny tiny bubbles. So fermentation is definitely happening. So we're going to mix it really well before we discard the half of it. So we're going to discard the half. And we're going to add water. And then we're going to add flour. And we're going to mix it really well. So we're going to let it rise for 24 hours. And depending how it's going to rise tomorrow, if it's doing very well, then we're going to try to make a bread with it, and we'll show you how it's going to be like. And texture is going to be thick like this. And we're going to let it rise for 24 hours, and then we're going to see how it's going to do tomorrow. And put the top lightly on top like that. So we'll see you tomorrow. Today is a day 8, and past 7 days we've been working on the starter, And yesterday, I discarded half of the starter and fed the remainder. And if we observe the starter, you can notice that little teeny tiny bubbles. And if we tilt the jar, you can notice the little tiny bubbles are popping on the side, pulling from the side. And the smell it, there's nice, savory, fresh starter smell. So all these good qualities of a good starter, and then I'm confident that this can make a good bread. So I'm gonna make a bread with this starter today, and I will share the picture with you. And conclusion of this end of this trip and making starter is that you can use just flour and water, and without any measuring cups and spoons and scales, you can make a starter. As long as there's water and flour, the bacteria will grow enough to make bread to rise, and you can make bread with it. And the thing that you have to pay attention is the nice stable surface, and a cooler temperature will support the starter. So all this day, I just want to prove this is how easy is it, and you can follow, and you can make your own starter, and you can make your own bread, and you can enjoy your bread. And if you have any question, please let me know. Enjoy.